Welcome back to class 9th chemistry, my dear students. Just as you know that in our previous classes we studied about organic compounds, bonding. Today our topic is about hydrocarbon and its classifications. Okay, so here is, first of all, you should know about the definitions of hydrocarbon. That what is hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are those compounds which are made of only carbon and hydrogens. Okay, so here I already wrote it, their definitions. Hydrocarbons, hydro, just from the name you can understand about that hydro means hydrogen and carbon means carbon. So carbon plus hydrogens. Okay, those compounds which are made of only carbon and hydrogens, we call it hydrocarbons. No, here if you think about it, their examples. So in examples you can see the first member, methanes, ethanes, propanes, and so on. There are so many examples of hydrocarbons. So this is methane, you can see it here, methane, and this is called ethanes. Later on you will understand that what is methane and what is ethane and what is propanes. So in the coming classes you will understand about it, that what is methanes, what is ethanes, what is propanes. But here you should know about it, their definitions basically. That hydrocarbons, simply you can say hydrogen and carbons. Okay, those compounds which are made of carbon and hydrogen only. So there you can see there are two types, mainly two types of hydrocarbons we have. How many types? Two types. Okay, the first type is open chains hydrocarbons, second type is closed chain hydrocarbon. But the main focus in your course, the main focus is here on open chain hydrocarbons. Open chain hydrocarbons, they are also called aliphatic hydrocarbons, or we also call it acyclic hydrocarbons. What we call it? Acyclic hydrocarbons. Open chain means, for example, if you think about it, propanes here, there is a CH3, CH2, CH3. This is the example of propanes. You can see that this is not in ring form, this is in opens. Open, you can see 1, 2, 3, 3 carbons are here, and you can see 8 hydrogens are here, but it is in a straight lines. You can see in a straight line, not in a closed chain, so not in a ring form. So we call it open chain hydrocarbon. Same, you can also give the example of ethane, CH3, CH3. Okay, this is propanes and this is ethanes. Okay, so open chain means that there is no ring, they are not in circle form. Okay, keep in your minds that you can see this carbon, these carbons are called terminal carbons. When the terminal carbons, they are not connected with each other, so we call it open chain hydrocarbons. Okay, and this is the central carbons, So here you can see when the terminal carbons, they are not connected by bond with each other, so we call it open chain hydrocarbons. No, open chain hydrocarbon or acyclic hydrocarbons are further classified into two categories: saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which we have a carbon-carbon single bonds. Saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which carbons are bonded together by a single covalent bonds. For example, here you can see carbons bonded with another carbons with each other by a single covalent bond. You can see it here. All of them, they have a single covalent bonds. Okay. What is this? This is propane. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons here, and you can see, you can count it, 8 hydrogens are here. So we call it propane. And you can see that carbons, they are bonded with each other by a single covalent bonds. So such type of hydrocarbons, open chain hydrocarbons, we call it saturated hydrocarbon. And their examples and their family is alkane family. Okay, and alkane family, all the member of alkane family, they must be composed of a single bond, single carbon bonds. Okay, next one is open chains hydrocarbons or further you can see it here, unsaturated hydrocarbon. Their second type is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated carbon hydrocarbons, it means that they have a double bonds or triple bond. They are further unsaturated hydrocarbons are classified into two categories, alkenes and alkynes. Alkene must be composed of double covalent bond. There must be a double carbon-carbon double covalent bonds. Okay, carbon will be attached with each other by a double covalent bonds. And here, this alkynes, hydrocarbon must be connected with each other by a triple covalent bond. By what? By triple carbon-carbon bonds. Okay, so here the functional groups of alkane is a single covalent bonds. Here the functional groups of alkene is double covalent bonds. And here the functional group of alkyne is triple covalent bonds. Now, hydrocarbons, here you can see that this is their closed chain hydrocarbon. Further, second types of closed chain hydrocarbon. And those hydrocarbon which they are in cycle forms. They are in cycle form. They are further classified into aromatic hydrocarbon and alicyclic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which we have a benzene rings, in which the carbons attached singles and double covalent bond alternatively. Like this, you can see it here, carbons. Here one carbon bond have a double bonds, other carbon have a single bonds, the other also have a double bonds. Here this third one also contain a double bond. So alternate single and double bonds. You can see single bonds, double bonds, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. This such type of closed chain hydrocarbon are called aromatic hydrocarbons. Alicyclic hydrocarbons, in which we don't have any benzene rings. It means that, for example, if you think about it, butane, carbons, they are attached with each other by a single covalent bonds. So in a cycle forms, So such type of hydrocarbons, they are called alicyclic hydrocarbons. So it was all about their classifications. Later on in the coming classes, we will talk about in details about alkanes family. So see you inshallah. Subscribe our channels for further more informative videos. See you inshallah. Bye bye.